Hey guys, it's Vince from Team 2 Legit to Crit. Going to give you deck profile of day 2. Today will be Ripple deck. This deck was known for being ridiculously powerful for its grade 2 rush turn with Odysseus. Most recently Odysseus got hit to 2, but the deck actually did top at ARG Richmond. So the deck still hasn't lost its power, it's still really good, and it can abuse Sea Turtle Soldier still pretty well. Obviously your Vanguard, starting Vanguard is starting Ripple Alex. When you ride on him, you check top 7, search any part of the ride chain.
Well, when you're at the grade 1.
Well, yeah, when you ride the specific one. For those of you that remembered way back in the day, I actually played Ripples when it first came out, and I was the only one who played Ripples. Everyone else was riding the Transcore train, and I actually ended up winning a tournament or two with it, and I have an old deck profile on this channel, so it's nice to update. Stride Zone, obviously, 4 Lambros and 4 Padromus. Everyone knows Lambros. Padromus is, upon the attack hitting, you flip up a copy, check top 5 for 2 cards with Ripple in their name, and Superior call them to rearguard, and then you shuffle the deck afterwards. You don't really stride in this deck, at least I don't. I just have these in case I need to. Grade 3s, the Legion Revival, 4 Ripple Miltiades, and 4 of the old school Genovius. Genovius, if you have 3 rested units up front, you CB2 Persona drop, stand up all of your rear guards. And Miltiades is actually one of the best cards of the deck. He's really good for filtering and for getting ready for Legion. When you ride, you CB1, check top 3 for a Ripple card, and drop the other 2 in your drop zone. And his Legion skill is, if you attack, what is it, just so I read it specifically. If you have 3 or more rested in front, stand any rear guard, and countercharge 1. And if you have 3 units in the back row at rest, you draw a card. So I like it because it basically replaces triple drive, because you get to use the whole Legion power. It's not, if you don't have anything to discard to stride, if you don't want to stride, it's still good. And you get free on flip damage, since the deck doesn't counterblast a lot, but this requires 2 counterblasts, so it's not going to help you a lot. Plus I like to re-ride him over and over to get more advantage. Grade 2s, you've got your Beatdown of Pavroth, 10k on the Vanguard if you've got your grade 1 in Soul, and if his attack hits, you stand a unit, give it +3. This is the card that defines Ripple Rush, because it's sticking it on your Vanguard when your opponent can't stride. Lets you really get a ton of advantage from standing and pressure. Otherwise, 4 of the new Ripple 12k, if you've got 2 or more units at rest with Ripple in their name, it gets +3000 power. Just a generic 12k beat stick with Ripple in its name so you can get pluses. And 3 of the Turtle. Tidal Rescue Sea Turtle Soldier. When placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, check top card of your deck, reveal it. If it's a grade 1 or 2, you get to Superior Call it. If not, you shuffle your deck. This card gets a lot of abuse with Odysseus, which we'll get to in just a second. Otherwise, we've got 4 starting Ripple Soterio for your grade 1s. It's your grade 1 of the ride chain. If you have Alex in the Soul, he's an 8k. When you ride, check top 7 for 1 of your ride chain pieces. And the big boss card of the deck, probably one of the best, is Odysseus. Once per turn, choose a rearguard and toss it in your Soul, and search for a Ripple with the same grade as your Vanguard to Superior Ride. And then choose any card that, well, if you ride, you choose any card in your Soul except for Odysseus, and you get to call it to rearguard circle and give it +2k power, but it has to be the same grade as the card you chose. So what your basic strategy is, even if you miss the ride chain, he's basically just a corrector, but your goal is you're going to keep riding him from deck over and over, because if you have this, let's say your field is just these 2, you call him, check top card, say it's a 1, you call it, activate his effect, put this in the Soul, Superior Ride, another 1, and then you get to Superior Call him out as a 9k. So when he comes out as a 9k, you check top card, you can call it again, and then it's a 16k call. Otherwise, since Odysseus got hit to 2, I replaced it with 2 Battle Siren Stacia. If you put her in the back row behind your Vanguard, when you restand your entire field, she can actually still hit for viable numbers if you slap a trigger on her or something like that. Otherwise, she's a 9k attacker from the back row. And 2 Light Signals Penguin Soldier, so last 2 to keep re-legioning and over and over and over again. And finally, 4 Perfect Guards, Justin Bieber to the rescue. 4 Ripple of Demise or Rest. Skill is when you boost. If you boosted after the boost, if you have 2 or more Ripples at rest, put this guy on the bottom of your deck. Check top 5 for a Ripple card. Reveal to your opponent, put it in your hand, and after that you shuffle him in the deck. 4 of him because you can use him during your final assault turn and still get advantage and put crits back in the deck before you twin drive. 2 Jet Sea Rider, 2 Battleship Intelligence, 3 Blue Storm Missile Trooper, and 1 Mothership Intelligence. 12 crit deck. It's a beatdown deck. It's Aqua Force. It's really rushy. You stand your whole field regardless, so you don't need to play stand triggers. And because of the way the deck is, it generates advantage on its own. You don't have to play draws. So the 12 crit route is the route I like to play. Otherwise, obviously, 4 heal. Alright, that's it for the deck profile. Ripples are still a very prominent deck in the meta, so it's important to know how to play against it just because it's got amazing beatdown strategy and reusability with Odysseus. You get a lot of advantage off of it, and if they end up not being able to stand their field, they can still stand 2 units with +10. It's got a really powerful late game and early game. Definitely a deck to watch out for in Team League. So that'll be it for this video. Deck profile number 2 is down. Coming up with deck profile 3 tomorrow. It'll be Beast Deities. Remember to rate, favorite, comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next video.